Keep coming back to you. I keep coming back to you.
Good evening, this is the TV Nerds.
Yo.
This is Gabe Stomach here.
This your boy Eugene right here.
Chris Konecki.
Lisa de la Academia Martínez González, or Lisa.
And our guest this evening,
We have a guest here.
That's
Tom.
me, Tom.
Tom, just Tom.
Just
That's all. It's like Cher. Madonna.
my
He's just
MySpace
known by his
Smoothie.
first
Not
name.
famous.
That's it.
So how's y'all week been? Like, what's been going on this week?
Bro, Kobe Bryant fan.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Man, you know,
That was devastating.
It was.
we gonna have to take a moment of silence, in respect to Kobe. All right, y'all.
But yeah,
This when I got that, I was literally on Twitter when I saw TMZ break it. It was like he was the last person to even think that would happen to.
like fake news, like you thought it was
I
a
was
hoax.
Just, 'cause I was thinking
Yes.
the way,
That's
even the
what
way
I
the
thought,
headline was, it was like, oh, Kobe died in a helicopter
Yeah,
crash. I'm
and
just
when you
like-
see it from TMZ, you're like,
Yeah.
nah.
So I was going to Google, I was going to Facebook. I'm like, this can't be true. And all it was showing was the whole thing that LeBron had passed his leading scoring record and everything. Then after 5 more minutes, that's when everyone started sharing it. Then even LA Times was talking about it. I'm like,
Yeah, it's true now.
Yeah.
it was just I still was in belief for hours until it just hit me.
Everybody was just waiting for confirmation.
Yeah.
I just felt
Nobody
bad
believed
for his wife, bro.
Oh, yeah, for
Yes.
sure.
His
And
wife,
his other daughters too.
his wife found out through TMZ.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a mother,
Which
yo,
really sucks, 'cause
I
it's
can't.
That's the one thing I don't like about TMZ is that either they don't get it right, or because they want to be the first ones to leak it, or
Yeah. So they don't got all the information.
or
so
even
they
when
just,
it's about people's families, it's just.
I mean, I could understand the business of it, of why they did that.
I mean, that's
but
just how news
weren't,
is.
But they weren't considerate at all, about the people involved. But
because the family wasn't even informed about it,
Yeah, it shouldn't. It's proper. It should be manners on how to do that. It's a death.
reporters don't
just-
care. Reporters
But
don't
still,
care.
though, how you gonna be like? How do you feel about
You just
your
gotta be
husband's
the first
death?
one to break it.
What? What do you
you're
mean,
like,
how do
I'm
I
still
feel?
trying to figure out if this is real or not. That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
He ain't even home yet. Oh, so you ain't heard about a plane crash? All right. You know what I mean? It sounds.
Yeah.
It's like.
And
But-
a lot of people were showing Kobe love. A lot of people.
Bro, Facebook ain't got
everybody
no
in-
chill though.
The NBA,
I saw
even
that, yeah.
even a Marvel executive, paid tribute to him.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
there's
is crazy.
but
Even
yeah.
all the Harry Potter fans too. He was a big Harry Potter fan, by the way. And all the actors and the everybody that's in the Harry Potter world, they also showed their love to Kobe. He did get to meet the cast, and he also had they gave him a custom made robe with his number and his he was
dope.
he was a fellow nerd as well, by the way. I just wanted to know.
Even WWE paid tribute to him during the Royal
Yeah.
Rumble.
Yeah.
That
But-
just shows the impact that Kobe had.
I mean, he told us to move on. He's one of those go-getters, the goal-oriented. He did that documentary on the basketball.
Yeah,
That's true.
So
he won an Oscar.
Yeah.
For a short film.
he's a mentor to a lot of people.
And I'm not even into sports like that.
Yeah.
But I could recognize, a great
You recognize
person.
greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love basketball. I just haven't seen it in the past 3 years. I haven't been following it, being busy with my daughter. But, I was a big Miami Heat fan. I remember watching all the other. Yep, I see you, Miami. I was looking. I was like, damn, that's a nice hat. I have a couple hats at home, but, it's crazy. My man being an even bigger fan. We were all like, damn, this guy motivated so many people. He was, everybody's like, oh, he's cocky. He's not cocky. He was cocky is talking shit and not going through with it.
He was confident.
Confident is when you're like, I'm gonna do it, and he did. Since high school, he's like, I'm gonna be as big as Michael Jordan, and he is. But
A couple of his records too. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on, we're gonna talk to our guest over here, Tom. Just Tom.
Just Tom.
Just
So Tom, tell us, what do you do, Tom?
I run Cool Comics and Games out on the Cape,
I've been doing that since 2004. I originally came there as a player, and then I got in. I was a comic book collector. I got in with the owner and everything. I bought in as a partner. Eventually ended up buying the whole place from him, and that's what I've been doing ever since. We've moved twice. We're in a pretty big location right now.
Nice.
Dope.
And yeah, we expanded. It was originally just a little comic book hole in the wall place, and then we started taking in the games. So now we do, comics and games. And we're pretty big in the area now. We get like huge turnouts for all the big card games. We got role players in the shop all the time now, cosplayers. You name it, we do it.
Yeah,
So what kind of games? You said you play card games.
Yeah.
Tell us about those.
Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a new game called Keyforge. It's really big. We even do the Dragon Ball Super game where it's still going. We don't have as big a fan base for that, but that's growing too.
Yeah, and I can tell you
Warhammer.
guys it's really good there because I've had Yu-Gi-Oh!
Do you get into
tournaments there.
D&D? Because you mentioned
Oh
role
yeah,
play.
man. D&D, like since the new 5th editions hit, it's huge.
Easy.
Yeah, people just keep coming out there, and we've got like groups in there playing like 5 days a week at least, which is something we never had before.
So all you Naples people, because I'm from Naples, because there's a lot of nerd people in Naples, they're always like, "Where do we go?" And I'm like, "There you go, right
Yeah,
there."
you guys lost the Gateway like last year. That was a good place, and then that just abruptly left. And it's like, so all like the Naples people have to drive. I used to live in Naples, so
Oh.
I knew growing up there wasn't a whole lot. So.
What made you want to buy into it? Like, what got you passionate about like buying? You said, "You know what? Let me just go ahead and do it."
Well, I collected comics as a kid, like growing up and through college and stuff, and I sold a lot of my comic books to go through college. It's like I'll sell my comic books
No.
and then I'll buy college books and that I'll never use.
That you're not going to use.
Yeah.
that.
Yes, and that was
Then
a
you're like,
complete
"Damn
waste-
it!"
complete waste of time, and then I was in college. I'm like, I'm never going back to retail, and yeah, here I am.
Well, at least
Why?
it's something you enjoy.
Yeah, like before I had the comic book shop, I was working in a Chinese restaurant in Naples, like doing
Which
Panda Pavilion.
Okay.
That's the one that the SUV drove through the window like a couple months ago.
Yes,
that's
yes!
it. I used to work there,
Wow.
but new guys work there now. Not the
Good thing
crew
you're
I
not
was-
there when they drove through.
So
It's not a drive-through, ma'am.
she just drove through the window at this
But,
previous.
yeah, that's what old people do in Naples. They like
Yeah.
to
It
drive.
happens a lot.
They
more
happen in my
than-
plaza
through
too.
things.
Yeah.
They
It
just
happens
like
a lot more
collide.
than
A lot of them are on like medication and they're just
yeah.
retired and they're like, "Fuck
They just
it."
can't see.
I thought I was reversing. I'm like, "You're reversing that fast?"
This is kind of why I agree with age discriminating when it comes to driving. Like once you get a certain
Oh yeah,
age, like
after a certain age, I
please,
can
like,
say that for sure.
Definitely give them
firsthand.
an
Like, my
eye
grandpa
test.
needs to stop driving.
or reflex test or something.
Yeah.
That's scary, bro.
They're like, yeah, you're okay. man.
So,
Whatever.
besides comics, what else do you have in your store?
We have, like I said, all kinds of different games. We got collectibles like statues, action figures, and toys. I got a bunch of old ones I bring in, but
Lot
we
of
have new
vintage
ones
stuff?
too. We got vintage and new stuff too, and all kinds of collectibles and things like that. I've divided the store now in half, so like one side's just all the gaming, and the other side's all like the comics and the collectibles. That's kind of how I want it to be. So, it's pretty cool because being like a hybrid store. The gamers come in and then they see like the comic book stuff and they get into that, and like the comic book people and the collectors come in and they see the kids playing games and stuff and they get into that. So and it really kind of gels the community.
Broadens people's,
Nice.
I think that's why I've been doing this well for 15 years. Yeah.
I was just gonna ask too. So you have your comic book area. Do you actually have like a section where people can sit down and read?
We do have, we have tables we have like a game room now separately.
Yeah.
In the adjoining unit where all the tables and chairs are for the gamers, but we kept a few tables and chairs in the store, so you could sit at a table and read. It's okay.
I gotta say,
I don't have to.
I was really surprised when you added that additional gaming room next door because
yeah.
for the longest, like you had the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments like right there.
Yeah,
in that first building.
It was getting kind of crowded in there,
Yeah.
so it was just like that. Yeah, it was a it was an Asian massage place next door to us, and long story short, they're not there anymore because they did something they shouldn't have been doing.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
So
Happy endings.
last year when it became available, the manager's like, what are you interested? And I'm like, yeah, I'm interested. Can you like go in there with a flamethrower and clean the place up, please? 'Cause-
Jeez.
you had to clean the place.
So the maintenance guy and I, we got on hazmat suits and all Stranger Things kind of thing, just blasting the place. So they remodeled it, and it looks really nice now. So
Nice.
all that's gone. So now
When
we
did
have
you
a
do
full-
this remodel?
This was last year.
Okay.
Actually,
it's
2
recent.
Halloweens ago. That's when they finally moved out. So,
Okay, because
yeah,
my
so
man
we've-
and like we went to your store because we're both like, okay, we gotta like buy comics. We gotta, there's nothing here. And then we found out like 2 years ago that you existed,
Yeah.
which is funny. And we're like, oh my god, we gotta like my man's like, we gotta stop. Like
Yeah.
Carl, when we were like in North Fort Myers, like, we gotta stop. So we stopped by there and like we've actually been to your place, but it was a while ago. So
Yeah. Well, it's been so much better now that we got that game room because now we can we expanded the stock all the way to the wall, so we have a lot more stuff to offer.
So do you?
That's what we gotta do. Keep growing.
and you have manga as well in there.
I was gonna
A
ask.
little
yeah.
bit, yeah. It's tough to compete. Everybody asks for the mangas, and I'll order them, no problem for you. But competing with places like Books A Million and Barnes and Noble,
Yeah.
because they got like aisles and aisles of it. I've got like
Yeah.
only so much space.
But it's a culture too. I mean, you can go to Books A Million, but you're only gonna, you're there with all kinds of different people. Versus you go to your store, and you're in there and you feel that culture. You're like, yes, I'm here with other anime fans. I'm here with other DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm here with it's a nice. It's different.
Yeah, it's a good mix. We really have a diverse bunch of people that come to the store, and I'm happy about that. And I'm glad that there is a place that can do that. And I'm pretty much it for Cape Coral for that. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you also have like the art supplies for like figurines? Like if you want to do the painting for like
We'll let you use the table. It's like the people that do Warhammer.
Yeah.
If you're into that, yeah, you can come there as long as you just put something down on the table. Yeah, come in and paint your models and whatnot. We've also got a Gundam club now that comes in and paints the
Ooh.
models. So we're still branching out, doing new things.
Some of those models are so expensive.
bro.
So you
They're lit
basically.
though.
Warhammer is not a cheap hobby, but it's fun if you like that sort of.
So you're saying like as everybody can hear, like he's growing. So like you basically, anybody who comes in there and has an idea, obviously you're willing to expand and
Yeah.
try to grow it.
We have a couple times we had cosplay, like a kind of like a how-to clinic. They'd come in and they'd demonstrate how to build stuff, and that was a lot of fun. I have like a couple horror authors that come in. They'll do
Ooh.
signings and stuff like that. A couple local comic book artists that do work for the big companies. So they'll come in. They'll do stuff. They'll do signings.
Nice.
Like that. We got free comic book day coming up May 2nd. We always get like a good mix of stuff going on that day. I like to have a lot of fun with it. You give away comic books to all the kids, kind of try to get them reading, So
Yeah. At least reading something.
it's like read something other than your phone.
I know. I'm used to reading. Like I have the DC app, and I'm just used to like reading everything off my phone, and then I have webtoons and.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's different than actually like he's explaining to me. He's like, no, I need to feel it, and you're right.
Yeah,
It's different,
I like
and then you
physical
can
copies.
imagine like you're sitting next to somebody and they're reading the same comic as you, or they're reading like kind of like the same universe as you, and you're like, okay, let's talk about it. It's different.
Yeah.
You're just in your house, like reading in your phone. It's different. You go there and you're like, oh, this person's reading the same comic or reading the same. Like let's talk about it, and then you can.
And
So it's nice.
and the main thing that got me into buying physical copies of comics was, I used to buy them back in the day too. All I bought were Spider-Man comics, but that's my favorite hero, so it goes without saying. But I worked at Alorica, which was like tech support. So you
Ooh.
worked there too. I know a lot
Lot
of
of-
Boy, the struggle, son.
a lot of people that
I
worked there.
feel that struggle, son.
So you can't use your phone. You can't have your phone out on
Nothing.
on the floor because it's for security reasons. You could take
Yeah.
down people's information and stuff. So I would just buy comics. I started
Ooh,
buying
true.
comics again at the time, and I would just read my comics instead of having to go on an app or anything like that. It would
True.
just kill time.
What's
And then
the-
you can hide them inside a magazine or like I'm just reading the manual book
Was it
on the rules, and really it's just a comic in between.
a buddy of mine had a whole series of Akira, in
Ooh.
comic form, and
Yeah,
like the
I
box,
remember those,
yeah, and it was dope. And that's all I read. He was like reading volume 2. I was at volume 1, just
Yeah.
as we
Still
took
have
calls,
I still have
bro.
the soundtrack on CD somewhere,
What?
packed away in a
Ooh,
box.
I found
Bring
the,
it out!
I found the original Star Wars soundtrack vinyl
Wow.
in my house.
Who,
I'm sure
who
that's
bought
it.
it though?
I don't know, but I found it in my house, so I'm
You're
sure
like,
it's
I don't know,
worth
but I'm
something.
glad they bought it.
Yeah, I lost my mind when I was going through like, what the?
Yeah.
This has to be worth. So, is this real?
That's a good question. Like, if you found something you know was valuable, but you're a fan of it, right? Would you sell it or would you keep it?
That's
Mm.
tough. Like
I said keep it.
It depends on the item, right?
It's only gonna increase in value the longer you have it.
Yeah, but
Like-
would you like? I mean, if you were doing well off, not
Yeah.
and you found it and you know it was worth like let's say 200 grand, would you
Yeah.
sell it or would you keep it or would you?
It just depends on if it's something I like or not. I've got a
True.
comic, I got like 4 boxes of comics. I used to have 40. That's I trimmed them down. I was like, okay, what do I really want to keep? What do I really like? And I kept books. I kept a couple valuable ones, and I kept a lot of that are just not worth anything, but they're great reads. Yeah. Like I like reading the books.
True.
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm a story guy, so
Same.
Yeah, so I have to. If it's something that I like, even if it's worth nothing, I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's worth money and I paid like no money for it, that's like I win. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm winning the
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay 200,000 for the copy of something. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I got this for like $6, fam. From
Yeah.
like-
Yeah,
That's true.
like we have a lot of like DC collectibles. They're like limited edition,
Yeah.
and even like me and my man talked about it. And we're like, even though they were worth money, we would still keep them just because we're big fans of it. Because there's somebody could be like, I'll offer you like half. Well, if I was living under a bridge, but no, otherwise, I'm like, no, I wouldn't sell it just because it's something that's valuable to me. Because like we're true fans of it, so like we're gonna keep that. Like that, it,
Plus, it'd be like those like heirlooms.
yes.
I want it to be like those heirlooms where you like, yo, like what is this? Like, hey, little man.
your kids will come
It's
up
like-
and ask you, like, hey, what's this all about? And you'll be
Yeah.
like, well, let me tell you the story.
Just blow off the dust. Like,
Back in my days.
Everybody sit down. I'm going to tell you a story.
long time
You know
ago in
what's
the
sad?
galaxy.
Like you pass it down to somebody, and then they appreciate it, but then like the third generation's like, I'm gonna sell this. Like that's the sad part.
Yeah.
Like you're thinking, well, this is gonna be passed down to generations, and then you have like someone
Somewhere
that's
around,
like, Fuck this.
somewhere down the
Yeah.
line, you're gonna have that one.
Yes.
You're gonna have just that one.
That one disappointment. Let's.
I don't know. I feel like I'd just disown that child. I'd be like,
Even
bro,
my
you
dad
gave
was
up
like-
the Ninja Turtle Volume 1, Series 1 comic book. They didn't even do the new render. You sleep. I'd be like the dad from Arrested Development.
Oh my! I love
Like
that show.
the money's always in the banana hut. Yeah, we burned it down. What? There's money in the banana hut. I'd be that grandfather. Just crazy.
All right. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, in fairness, has anyone seen the new PS5, Xbox? Was it S?
Xbox Series X.
Series X, right?
I saw the reviews. I mean, if it's really going to be backwards compatible all the way back to 1,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get it because I have PS1 and PS2
Yes.
games that I never
Same.
got rid of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Same.
And
got
I
some
kind of want to
PS2
play them
games, too.
again because I broke my PS2.
Well, I saw something that said it was gonna play PlayStation 4 games. I don't know
As
how
well,
far
too,
back
so,
it's
yeah.
gonna go back. So
So it's backwards compatible one generation, I
It
guess.
says
That's what I
possibly,
read.
Really?
possibly,
Possibly,
but there's
yeah.
also rumors saying that it's gonna be backwards compatible all the way
Yeah.
to the
Well,
PS1.
isn't the issue for going too far back is the bit rate, right?
Yeah, well, that's
the
one
bit-
reason.
yeah,
bit
but
rate
I
will
don't.
be
But I don't see
different.
why that
Would
would
be
matter
an issue.
because I mean I've
On PS3, you
purchased-
could play PS1 games and it looked fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked
You
the
can
same way
purchase
it
them
was.
on the store.
On the store,
Yeah.
right?
Some of them are remastered though. So
Maybe that's
Yeah.
what they'll do.
They'll
As
remaster
they'll,
them.
they'll probably
Yeah,
say that they backwards compatible, but just load it up to the store,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's probably how they'll backwards compatible. I'm just excited that PS5 is coming out, and then I can
Me
just
too.
get the Alienware handheld set. Have you seen this? Have you seen the Alienware hand?
I have not,
It's
but
like
I've heard
so it's like a bigger Switch, but it runs Windows.
Yeah.
So you can basically play any Steam game, like any Windows game, you can play any game. It's basically a Windows computer in your hand with
And
the
from-
controls. Yeah.
From the review that I saw, it's a lot more comfortable to play with than
Yeah.
the Switch. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that.
They adjusted the knobs a little bit differently than the
Yeah.
Switch does, and it's much. I think they're not as round or squared. You know what I mean? Like the joysticks are squared. Like I don't know, it's clean. My only question is, I know the hardware for it. If it's Alienware, it's Intel, right? If they put Intel parts in it, I'd hope they put good PC parts.
Right. I mean, if they're expecting to launch a product that's going to be a portable device for PC gamers, I don't see why they wouldn't, just go all out on it.
That's what I'm saying. They have to put like a Radeon G86 GPU, some crazy
But I mean, there's a lot of
Ryzen
there's a lot of PC
CPU.
gamers.
Yeah,
But I mean, to
Yeah.
actually give them a console,
That's
to actually
pro-
be able to do that, that's new.
and it's
Plus, it'll
legit.
compete with PS4 and
Yo,
But like
on
every new console, it's always a trial, and remember that. So it's
trial and
always
error.
Right.
So.
yes,
Yeah.
it's always like a trial and error. So, we always have like the saying, like you gotta wait for the little second version or like the 1.5 version almost.
Man,
like
with me,
Work all the
like
bugs
I always
out.
wait a year.
yes, work all the bugs out, and
Always wait a
then I'll
year.
go for it.
Always wait a year before
Yeah.
I get the new
Yes.
console because like
Because they always come
it's
out with
always
the
with the
0.5
bugs
or
and
whatever.
everybody complain. I'm like, I don't need it.
But can't Nintendo sue now? Ain't that copyright?
I don't think so.
That's
because
like
I don't think that they could sue based on the design.
The
Because
design.
if you look
Yeah.
at portable devices, I mean, they all pretty much look the same. I mean, you got the
feel
PSP.
that.
It was just a smaller version of it, but it looked similar.
Bro, it looks.
It's all on like patenting and licensing. It's also on like there's a difference between stealing somebody's design and then like a knockoff.
I feel
Yeah.
that.
So
'Cause
that's
basi-
like a
Basically, a
design
good
wise
example of
knockoff.
that is like basically just Deathstroke and Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's true. It's like
Yeah, I
how
see
Marvel sometimes their
I
comics
can
like
see
kind
that.
of like bounce off of a DC character like Doctor Strange and Doctor Fate.
Or DC would do the same thing with Marvel.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
when
true. They always
I
kinda bounce
remember
off
when
each other.
Deadpool came out, and I was just like, Rob Liefeld, you've got no
Wade Wilson.
Oh,
Yep, they got.
Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson. I was like, come on,
Like,
you're not
we
even
know what you're doing here.
But he's truly he's
And
truly.
he started him out like really dead serious, and then
Deadpool
after
just
he
became
after he
just the
like burned
biggest
he burned his bridge with Marvel, and Marvel just like took it in a completely different direction. Like, let's
Yes.
make a complete idiot out of this character,
Yes.
and then it was like a hit.
It was,
And I was like, that's even worse. They're like really rubbing the salt in the wound now.
it's like
We
this
took your-
guy's a complete like
Took your
sometimes
idea.
idiot, but
I mean, that's why I feel like
We're
this
making
guy-
a fortune off of your stupid character.
Yep.
Not only did we make it dumb, we also make money off it.
Yes.
For being dumb. That would suck so much.
Ryan Reynolds was definitely the best person to play.
Oh, yeah.
Deadpool.
Yeah, he was
Deadpool 3 is
did
gonna be pretty
anybody
good.
see the y'all heard of death battles on YouTube, right?
No?
I don't
Death
think so.
battles. Well, it's like they take certain characters and they simulate a death battle with them. And they
Oh
did,
wait, yes I have.
They
I
did
have.
one with Deathstroke and
Yes.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool ended up winning. I mean,
Because he could teleport, but he could teleport
Deathstroke.
though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
No.
die anyway, so like Deathstroke,
Yeah.
yes, Deathstroke is a badass, and he could probably like hold his own.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Deadpool
He's still mortal.
is
So.
yeah, exactly.
Deadpool's
Deadpool's
like, cut my arm
immortal.
off, whatever. I'll
I'll
grow
grow it
another
back.
one.
Exactly.
Slade's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta really fight
This is a
this
one-off.
one.
This is a one-off, bro. I can't just.
That was probably one of my favorite scenes in the first movie was when he's growing his hand back.
You got baby hands.
The baby. arm.
It's
They
gonna
also got
or
rap
the-
battles too, right? They got like character rap
yeah,
battles
they do got one too.
on YouTube. Yeah, look it up.
I've seen the history ones where like
Yes.
Yeah.
the history ones are
Every
pretty
time
funny.
they had one with like Abraham Lincoln, it was just like bro,
bars,
like,
bro, and Barack Obama, Donald Trump, bars. Bro.
Edgar Allan Poe too had some good. fucking-
Yeah. YouTube was a trip. I mean, those
Since we're
rap
talking about
battles.
consoles, there's quite a rumor saying that the developer of the Dreamcast wants to make a sequel.
I heard about that. I hope he does. I hope-
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bring
That'd
back
be good.
Power Crystal.
It's about time because all the kids that had them, they're all adults now.
Yes.
And they're like, okay.
I mean, if
Time
they
to
were
cash in
remastered,
again.
That's a decent
Nostalgia.
$500 console to drop.
they just need a remaster.
All the old games.
make them
Yeah.
better.
Or kind of just do what Sony did with the PS1. Like they had like the mini one, and it had like all the games like preloaded on it already.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
I mean,
you
they're
remember the
doing a lot of
PSP?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had a yo,
I had the God of War PSP because it was all red.
and I think that was
Lucky.
okay when they made the PSP.
I
I,
went to
feel
the
like
hood.
they could have kept going, but I don't know why they did it. And now they have other people kind of still like.
I don't
with
think
the
it
Wii.
sold that good. That's why. I don't think it
PSP?
sold that much. Yeah, the
Nah,
PSP.
it was a decent sell.
It was a
like-
decent
It
sell.
was.
it?
It just
mean,
it
a
was
lot of
ahead
people
of
were
its
mainly
time because
just
now
like-
everybody's doing the same
Yeah.
concept of like you have the Wii.
Well, Switch
U
definitely
and-
the Switch. Nintendo switched it up with that because they have the dock where you
Yeah.
can put it up on the TV.
Oh,
You know, so like
Yeah,
that
that's true.
that switched it
It's all
up.
about marketing.
I mean, Sony then took over. They started putting their gaming controls in the phones and in the Vista, because their issue was the disc. Because I remember the plastic disc.
Yeah, those discs would be so
Yeah,
fragile.
I'd
Oh.
crush them,
Duh.
and then they won't spin right, and you couldn't
Yeah.
even play the game anymore. And I was like, "This is stupid." And so that was
That's like with the Xbox before like I hate that like any little movement you have a disc in there it'll like
Oh
fuck it
man,
up.
what was
That
it?
was
Which
like
one?
the worst when you like you forget you have a disc in there and you're like moving your shit and just one little knock.
You hear it
whoa.
wobble, yeah.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
Xbox or was it PlayStation? One of them was get the ring
think
moment
Xbox.
tip.
Yeah,
It was-
Xbox
It was
360.
Xbox.
It was a 360, right?
Yeah, that ring
Yeah,
of death.
no.
Yeah.
Even with the Xbox, I accidentally. I feel so bad, but I accidentally fucked up my man's NBA 2K
Ooh.
game.
wow.
Did you hear the?
It was. I didn't mean to, but I fucked it up because I was moving it and I'm like, oh fuck,
There goes
fuck,
his,
fuck, fuck, and
there
then I was
goes
like,
his mic
hopefully
complaint.
it's fine. And then when he plays, he's like, what happened to my game? And I'm like,
That's
there goes
right.
my player.
Yep. I didn't
he had to wait till the
save.
next NBA too. He's like, fuck it, 4 months till the next one. I'm just gonna wait. I was like,
Wow.
I felt bad. I'm sorry, guys.
He'd probably just come to the room, just sit down, just stare off into
Just
nothing.
look like
TV not
He's
even
like-
on. Just
until that next one came out. just
No,
look at
he
you
got
like,
he got pissed. He's like, did I regret this decision? Did he? I'm just kidding.
I could have had 2K without her. Could have had a 2K night coming home
Nah,
from
but
work.
speaking of like Sony and Microsoft coming out with new consoles and stuff. Like, do y'all think that's gonna reunite the whole like Sony versus Microsoft debate and all that, or do you think that because of them teasing crossplay, you think crossplay would end that bickering?
I know. I think.
Or the debate?
I think the new players are gonna come in. Like, I think Google has their own system coming out. Steam
Yeah.
has a system coming out, and then I want to say Razer has a system or something coming out, or Alienware. But like those three new ones would be like the competition, because like Steam supposedly you can play like anything off their Steam
Right.
Steam system, and it can connect up to your Oculus, the wireless one.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a game changer already if you can use your Oculus with any system, and it's wireless link.
I mean,
So-
personally, I feel like there was not further down the line. There might not even be a debate since everything is going to end
Yeah.
up being crossplay.
Yeah.
So rumors say, like I feel like that was meant
It's just
to
it's just
end that
gonna really
debate.
be your preference,
Or
since
comes
we're
down to-
all gonna be playing the same game, and also I think exclusives will like kind of
Yeah, exclusives are. I think that's the way that they're gonna end up making more of their money is coming out with exclusives
Exclusives,
for
And maybe the
particular
kit,
console.
whatever kit they give, because I know, is it Microsoft that does Oculus? They have Halo or they have Halo Eyes or something.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know whoever does their VR, but like whoever does their, I feel like that's going to be the battles. Is the better VR, better Wi-Fi, better graphics. No longer the games. It's like how you play on them, or how you see the game, or how you interact with the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the competition now. Since it's going to be
Right.
cross-platformed.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Me either.
I can't wait.
I mean,
I'm tired of picking
And I might actually
systems.
wait. Yeah, and I might actually wait to get the PS5 because there's already games coming out for the
Yeah.
PS4 that I really want to get. So I might just wait it out.
Plus, they had more.
Okay, I
Like,
just
one of
googled
those.
it because I was very. How about Facebook is a big partner, one of the big owners of Oculus.
That's okay.
Wow.
So yeah, Mark Zuckerberg owns Oculus.
It was someone. It was someone who's big somewhere in this Silicon Valley. But
Yeah.
I know he. But I know they're pushing the Oculus Quest. I think it's called, and it's there's like a wired link. It uses Thunderbolt. It has like its own system inside, and the new update. It was a software update too. It gives you hand gestures. So there's no need for the controls anymore. It's all off hand gestures. You could just like make Crip sign up and just. But yeah, I can't. That's the way of technology. I can't wait. It's gonna be Ready Player One. I'm so ready.
We're getting there.
I
That's what I want.
can't wait
We're
for the.
getting
Yes.
That's what I'm
I'll probably
waiting
go
for.
back into hardcore gaming like I used to if that would happen.
I would lose my whole life, bro.
Dude, I'm getting a DeLorean. I'm gonna be that kid. I'm getting a DeLorean. I'm getting an Iron Giant.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
getting-
so
I'm
I
getting
have
the
to have
Gundam.
the Iron Giant. I have to have that.
The Superman version too. I want the S on the chest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
from the
want-
movie.
Yeah, from the movie. I want the S on the chest.
Yep.
And I'm getting the Gundam. That's my only three.
Oh, that would be.
Yeah, because when I saw the Gundam in the movie,
Yeah.
I gotta do that. Spielberg did it. He always throws out some hits. But new movies coming out is that Star Fox.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I hope they do it just right too.
Yeah.
I'm a Star Fox
But
fan.
this week is Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, Hansel and
Yeah.
Gretel is supposed to be releasing this week.
Okay,
Right.
I might actually go.
That's the horror.
I might actually go watch that. I did not watch The Turning like I planned to.
Oh yeah,
I'm actually
the
glad.
Turning actually got really
Yeah.
bad reviews on
I
it.
was
Just
saying you might not want to.
Yeah, I'm
because
actually
Yeah.
glad that I didn't
apparently,
watch it.
according to IGN, they basically said that so far it's the worst movie.
yeah,
and they gave
the
it
worst
2.
movie of the year, and it's
Worst
only
movie of the
January. And I'm a horror movie fan. I'm a huge horror we talked about this. They the thing is, okay, I barely watch horror movies in the movie theaters because everybody reacts. Like I said, everybody's like, ah, and I'm
That's
over
the
here
fun
like,
part about
I'm
it.
not shut the fuck up. I just want to hear the shit.
I mean, that's the fun part about it.
and I'm like, what's going on? Everybody's like, ah! I'm like, shut up. I didn't hear what the fuck happened.
I laugh at those scenes. 'Cause I get
Yeah, I
too-
laughed
get-
too. I'm like, they got killed.
I get too scared.
It's so funny. Like one time I was watching, I think it was The Conjuring, like the first Conjuring that came out, and like everybody, like all the little jump scares that just scare people. And then like there was this one time towards the end of it, like everybody screaming, and one person was like, "Yo, stop fucking touching me, man! This shit's scary." I'm like, I'm just sitting here watching it. Like, how is this man panicking right now?
I got kicked out of The Mist. I got
The
kicked- The
mist.
So,
Oh,
so
sorry,
like
that was loud.
it was the spider scene. I don't do good with spiders. I hate spiders. So the spider scene was hitting heavy. Right? I was like, oh shit. And I had
Hold
like a
on.
whole box of gobstoppers I had bought from
No.
Dollar Tree. And like a cousin asked for them, I didn't realize which way I handed them. Just dropped. And I got so scared. Other people got scared.
That was
Then
a
the
shitty
usher-
movie.
That's
Speaking of
worse.
the spider scene,
That's-
eight-legged freaks.
Yo.
I actually enjoyed that movie.
It was funny to me. It
It was more funny.
It was enjoyable. It
It's like
wasn't scary. It was-
arachnophobia too.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that was.
You want? Yeah.
That's really like where like they
I
get a
fuck
lot of
with
those movies back in
spiders.
the day from. Like, it's just like fears. It's just playing off people's fears. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same thing what they did with it. Like just playing off of people's fear of clowns. Which I don't know how you
Yes.
can be scared of clowns, but
I know how.
But
You
some
could
people- yeah.
be scared of
people are
clowns.
really
I'm scared of
terrified.
bugs, but somehow I just laughed at, It's just how it is.
See, I'm only scared of spiders. Like, I'm terrified of spiders. Because I feel like spiders are the ones that can kill you. Like
What if-
I'm
spiders.
scared of
kill
What
you.
if you saw a
anything,
snake?
anything more than
Big-ass
4
snake.
legs.
I'm good.
You
You know,
get
I'm
more
not
than
gonna
4 legs.
react.
Okay.
A spider though,
I
I'm
mean
quick.
snakes. It's just like
You can still see a snake coming, kind of.
I'm not scared of snakes. I'm
I mean,
not.
snake,
I'll hold them.
snakes,
Like,
they could like.
I'm
Yeah.
Slytherin. Remember, I'm
No.
Slytherin. So it's like,
Like a spider is,
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's.
bam.
do you ever have
It's like you
nightmares
get a
of
big
like being
bump, you're
stuck
like,
in a
oh,
web?
God.
Oh hell yeah!
I fucking hate
that
those.
Lord of the Rings scene, the Hobbit. Boy, I couldn't do it.
I was on the Harry Potter ride and it broke down like under one of the spiders.
Wait, which one? Which
when,
one?
you're like flying through the floor.
Wait, which Harry Potter? Oh, the new one?
Not the new one, the first one, like where you're going through, you're flying on the
Oh,
bench.
Oh, you're
Buddy,
talking about yes. So
and you're going
that's
past the
a
big
Quidditch
tree,
ride. Yes.
And the spiders are coming down.
I'm a
and it's
Universal-
shut down, and I'm like almost like laying on my back. And there's a
That
big
spider's
spider.
huge. I've been there
No.
ride many times.
I was like, wow, this is
Hell
terrifying.
no! I'm
That
serious.
shit still scares me, and I'm like, ah!
Speaking of spiders and rides, like y'all remember I think it's in Universal, the Shrek ride.
Yeah.
Where like
yeah.
where it has that thing with the spiders. It's like, oh god. Then all of a sudden it's just
Was it
it
5D?
drops and like a bunch of air just go on your feet,
Yup.
and you just see like a spider's like, yo, that's
Yes.
Yep.
like.
I cussed on the way out. I remember
Yeah.
that one.
I'm a Universal Studios annual pass holder. I've been that for years, so that's my favorite park. I know every ride in there.
They had,
I tried to get on the Hagrid ride, but it was like a 2-hour wait, and
Yes.
the single rider line was shut down. I was
They
like,
don't even have one. They don't have one.
I did,
I-
but it was
they
it
did?
was- yeah, but it was closed off. They were like, "No, single rider's done. You gotta wait for 2
They don't have a
hours."
fast pass either.
Not yet.
I'm
no.
over here like I
for
got
Universal?
I got the most, I got the exclusive.
Fast Pass
the
don't be even
exclusive one
fast,
to-
man.
It don't even like because
No.
everybody it's
Everybody
like, oh,
gets it.
everybody's getting fast pass. Like,
Everybody's an annual.
Yeah, so the
or
fast
they're an
pass
annual
line
pass.
catches up to the other.
yeah.
Yes.
I'd be like, bro,
Like, wait a minute now.
how you the fast lane?
and you
I got
pay
here first.
extra, bro. It's not like
The single
it's
line.
extra.
Let me tell you,
extra.
the single rider line is actually faster than the fast pass.
Hell yeah.
So like when it's just us adults, when it's just me, my man, and like our best friend that go, we're like, fuck it, we don't care about. We're not there to take pictures. We just go there. We're gonna ride alone. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like that's
We
what
do,
you
yeah,
do.
we do.
Yeah.
I be sitting with some. I be always sitting with some white family though. It'd be man funny.
Or you
always-
sit with someone who just wants to talk to
And
you
they-
for some reason. Like,
they always
like,
tell me to
hey,
move-
buddy, how, like,
Can you move slightly out of the picture?
ride and get out.
Move slightly out of the picture. Yeah, I guess.
I know. Have you ever been like where you have like 4 people and you want to take a picture, but it's like a 3 passenger, and you're like,
Yeah.
who's gonna be the draw straws, rock paper scissors. Who's gonna be the
It's
one? with
always
the
that
random-
odd one.
Yeah.
So. But
Oh, I just wanted to. This is random, but apparently they have confirmed that Rick and Morty is now part of the Marvel universe.
That's gonna be interesting.
That is.
They're gonna include a lot of Marvel characters.
Yeah.
I mean, but isn't
Really?
like isn't like most of the stuff that's in Cartoon Network
No,
owned by like Warner Brothers or no?
yeah, no. Okay, so
Or
for
is it because it's Adult Swim? It's different.
so Adult Swim is a little different.
it's owned by
Adult
HBO,
Swim,
right?
yeah, Adult Swim is different. Even though it's all like it's a whole web of companies that own each other and don't.
Yeah.
So you got to think about licensing. But yes, you're right. Cartoon Network is a Warner Brothers thing, which is DC and Warner Brothers are very big. But Adult Swim is a whole nother thing. You know, you have Mr. Pickles, which I fucking love, and then you have
Black
you know,
Jesus. Yeah.
Boondocks?
The Boondocks.
Yeah, the Boondocks. So it's all like it's almost like very private. So it's very private. And then Rick and Morty, the creator, who does like half the voices for everybody, he is a big Marvel fan. He makes fun of Marvel a lot of times. You can tell a lot of like the little like oh, that's part of a Marvel. So then it's been confirmed he's working with Disney Plus to include a lot of Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that licensing technically. Even though,
Right.
To do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, the mouse is gonna own everything.
It would,
Yes.
wow.
Oh yeah.
So-
I'm just waiting for them to own Sony. It's just like for some
The
reason.
thing
I'm
is,
just like,
hopefully not, because we don't
Yeah,
want a
that's true,
monopoly.
too.
We don't want that monopoly, because then
really
you know
don't.
you want those individual people competing against each other, and you have the different styles. You don't want everybody
everything
to,
to end up sounding the same in a way.
because then they
Right.
don't do a lot of R-rated movies, so you kind of need.
I mean,
some,
they're starting to because of Marvel.
They did Con Air. Con Air is a decent ass movie.
Con Air was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Con Air.
Also, in other confirmed news, Captain Marvel 2 is now in development, and it said that it's going to be taking place in the present era. It's at the 90s, like the first one.
Yeah,
So everyone's back.
Yeah, everyone's back, but like now it's just gonna be like
I mean, it's like after Thanos.
I think it's gonna be at the Thanos.
Should
yeah.
be.
It's like
Should be.
post Thanos
Yeah.
or pre Thanos, post Thanos.
supposedly they're rumoring like that Dr. Fate can like bring back certain people from the dead, but that's all rumors. Once again, not confirmed. But it's like yes and no. But it's all once again the actors they're kind of done.
Yeah.
Now they got back Fox and they got back X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yes.
You can set up for like a real good Doctor Doom now to be
Yeah.
the
Oh,
to be the bad guy
yes.
on Earth, but you can also now you can get Galactus, like a real Galactus.
That's
not-
what I think.
not
That's
like
what I
the
think should be like the
Cloud.
next big villain. You know how Thanos was for this saga. For the next saga, they should really have Galactus be
Yeah.
like the main big villain.
I love that. I like that they're doing the new stage of Marvel movies. I really do. You know,
Black
they're-
Widow
they're-
looks really good.
Yes.
Have you seen the trailer?
She's
Have
fine
you
as
ever seen
hell.
the trailer for Black Widow?
I'm not.
Bro, it looks
Yeah.
like, it looks like a female Jason Bourne movie.
Honestly.
Fire.
Because that's basically how she is.
Fire.
Basically is it.
She's a Russian spy who's
Yeah.
Americanized.
I don't get where
Not
like this
American.
Russian superhero guy comes in. There's like a Russian superhero dude that has like a Captain America shield, but she fucks him up, and it looks dope. Yeah.
Also about the Captain Marvel too, that's in development. Apparently, there's gonna be new directors for it. The old directors, you know, aren't on board with it, but there's rumors that they're still gonna be around the Marvel universe, mainly for like Disney Plus stuff,
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, how much
I mean,
buzz was around the first one?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it hit as hard as they thought it would.
Yeah, the whole maybe with the new directors that might actually work in their favor.
Yeah.
I mean, Captain Marvel did good.
No, yeah.
People
I just-
people talk
Even in the box
shit
office, did good in the box office.
because you know you have people that are like very to the comics,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
you know they were like they talk shit, but you know I liked it. I thought
it
it was a
was fun.
good,
Yeah.
yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Because if you were to stick to the comics, then none of the movies were truly sticking to the comics. To be
Yeah.
honest,
Honestly.
I mean, like, yeah, when Ant-Man was first coming out, I was like, are they kidding?
Yeah, he's truly
How are they
like-
going to make this work? And then I was like, oh, they did.
I honestly
Yeah.
didn't see the
So-
first Ant-Man until after Civil War.
Yeah.
Then when I saw him, I'm like, oh, maybe I should see the. Then I was like, oh.
I haven't seen Wasp. Is it Ant-Man?
Wasp is actually good.
Yeah.
Wasp.
I like
It's
the
good.
Wasp.
That one's. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, me either.
it's just it comes to show you that like even the most subpar characters nowadays, with like all the technology and all the,
Yeah.
you know, like the creativeness we have, can be turned into badass characters.
Like they got Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu coming up. I was like, all right, if they can make that work, then they can't make a bad movie.
Yeah. I mean, does Disney ever make a bad movie? Rarely. Rarely.
Recently.
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland was a rough one.
Had,
But I'm saying,
Like Disney.
rarely, right?
The live action.
Live action Lion King.
Which,
Yeah,
I mean, I love
yeah,
the Lion
no,
King,
no,
but
no.
the live action
That
one
was
just
not
didn't
good.
do it
yeah, I
that
don't know. I think
much.
Haunted Mansion did too good.
Yeah.
It's like I wanted my tower
I
of
don't-
animals.
I don't know how I feel about a lot of those live action remakes. It's just
Some of them
like-
are good.
I like
Aladdin,
that.
The one,
So
the one for
Mulan.
Aladdin was good.
The
Will
Mulan.
Smith
I'm
saved
excited.
it
I
though.
like
Will
Jung-
Smith saved the entire movie.
Yeah, he made.
Let's
yeah.
be fair though. Like
Because those actors were kind of like, and then you're right. Will Smith
Will
like
Smith
added
will
some
just come out
character
like-
to it.
he was the main of that. Plus he was a genie, so he had to hit hard. But
I'm just excited for Mulan. I keep saying it because they're really truly making it like a really like almost like a historic like
Yeah.
something out of like National Geographic, you know, but with action.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
got
the
Mushu,
shit I like.
so-
Yeah.
I don't care. It's gonna be badass.
Speaking of live action Disney movies, apparently there's a rumor saying that they're planning on making a live action Bambi.
oh yes, I've heard
Well,
this.
why not? They've already done
So-
it with all
At this
animals.
point, right?
so-
Wait,
And,
no.
and it says they're gonna use the same type of technology, same type of like stuff they did to make the live action Lion King, like all
So,
the
you know-
rabbits and everything. But it's like
Should we watch a movie about hunting?
we already saw like we already saw Bambi's mother
Yeah.
be shot in a cartoon. Now you want to see a live
Now
like
you're gonna see CGI.
a CGI deer just.
You're gonna really cry this time.
Or could you imagine the director? We
cried
wanted
the
we
first
wanted
time.
to
It's
catch
like-
the essence of this, so we went with a more practical, real approach. So you actually killed a deer?
Yeah.
17. We killed 17 deer to get the shot.
Yeah, we had to get the shot right. So like,
Animals were hurt in the making of this film.
We ate them all though. Like, we were not like savages.
Didn't go to waste.
They didn't go to waste, but yeah, we shot 17 deer.
I would just like to see.
They can work with
I would
McDonald's.
like to see how they do
have like a
thumpers and stuff like that.
McVenison.
Let me-
I would love to see like a CGI thumper. Like
I would want a CGI turbo, bro. Like if you make snails, real life looking snails race in NASCAR, you have made a movie of epic proportions. Like I don't care. Like that's a movie. I feel like if you could remake any movie into CGI, like what'd you do? We did. Because they did Herbie, so he did a car. So
Yeah,
cars
true.
and stuff you can't make like CGI in real life, but a snail racing an actual car.
Yeah.
I feel like they could do that in a commercial and like they'll just be like, All right, let's just try to.
I mean, they're making anything
They are.
live action
Yeah.
now, so I wouldn't be surprised.
On sad news,
Disney's just like, hey, we made money once. We'll just we'll do it again. And
yeah.
people will
Disney's
still
got the
give
money
us
where if they
money.
lose money, yeah, right?
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it.
That's right. Break out your wallets.
It's like live action Lion King didn't do
Hold
good.
on,
but
he can do
everybody's
impressions.
getting- But everybody's getting Disney Plus, so that's good.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Speaking of Netflix stuff, you know, like streaming, who's a fan of Lucifer? Yes, I'm
not
big.
kinda
Okay,
into it.
I'm a huge fan of
haven't seen
Lucifer.
it. I haven't seen the
I
show.
got bored. Yeah,
Yeah?
they hooked
No.
me. They hooked me
It-
with the
Did you
brother.
watch- did you
Then
watch
the
The
brother
Crisis?
lost his wings. Then he got his wings. Then
Did you watch The Crisis?
the mom
Yes.
shows up.
And then with their 666. I was just like,
But listen, they're doing usually Netflix does like a 10-episode thing with all their originals, right?
Yeah.
Ever since Netflix took over, whatever. So they were doing 10 episodes, but then now they added 6 extra episodes. So Lucifer season 5 will be 16 episodes,
Gonna
and we
wrap it
need
up
that
and
because I
gonna
feel like
wrap
there's
it
a
up
lot
good,
to
yeah.
explain after the. I'm like, he went back to hell. Like how?
Yeah, I have to catch up. I stopped at season
Yeah.
4.
It's
But it
a
was
good.
good.
It's a good season.
It was
I mean,
good.
it's a
it's a
good.
fun show. The guy that they got for it, he nails it.
Tom Ellis.
He's
It's
pretty-
like detective.
Has anyone cut?
That's a good shot game. Every time he says detective, just take a shot. You'd be fucked up.
Has anyone caught October
because I read the books,
Faction?
too, and Maze is like that. Yeah.
Have you seen October Faction?
October.
October Faction on Netflix. Have you heard? Have you seen?
Haven't
So
seen that yet.
apparently, I thought it was just like some military thing. It is, but with like supernatural. It's like supernatural meet like the colony,
Okay.
and
So they
so
recruit like
they're-
monsters and things. like
yeah, and they're trying to study them, so they'll catch them and bag and tag them. You get tranked and stuff, and they wake up in weird places and they get experimented on. And then of course there's a resistance where it's run by warlocks and like other monsters and other things fighting against the military. And like I watched a couple. It was lit. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised how good it was. So
I
yeah,
watched like Carnival Row. Did you watch that with the fairies in the military and stuff? Did you ever see that?
I
No?
think I've
No,
seen
tell
this.
us.
It had Orlando Bloom in it. Is that what it was called? And yeah, it looks like it's kind of set in like early Victorian England, maybe.
Oh, I like that.
But they have like steampunk like dirigibles and stuff like that going on. So it's not like set in like a real Earth type place, and it's pretty cool. And as the girl that was in, girl that played Enchantress in Suicide Squad, she was like
wow.
the love interest. And it's like all the fairy folk are like treated kind of like second class in the cities and everything, and they're discriminated against. So there's always the political angle going on with that too. But it was a pretty good show. I liked it.
catch that.
Speaking of, okay, I gotta get to this real quick. Before I get to that segment, the Billie Eilish won 5 awards. Okay, during the Grammys. Let's talk about that. Best New Artist, Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best Pop Vocal Album. And she's only 18 years old. It's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
And then I want to also get to, so here's the segment. I'm going to go ahead and do this, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you one of the craziest outfits, all right, worn in the Grammys. I'm
I
going to
already
give
know
you a
what this
couple,
one's gonna be.
right? I'm going to give you a couple seconds to come with a comeback, all right? Come with something.
Got you.
All right, let me just come up with the first one. So we have Joy Villa.
And the back of it said impeach. Like,
She looks like those rockets that take off into the air. They like come back down again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The ones.
God.
This
Evil
dress
Knievel's
sponsored
ex-wife.
by shit.
It
It's
was,
like, you know you could be sent over the border too, right?
You ain't disguising yourself. It's gone.
all right, next one. We have Ricky Rebel.
Oh hell!
See, that's exactly what
I guess
expected
we
Lizzo
know why
to
her
say.
last name is Rebel. Like,
Right.
bruh.
Impeach this is on her ass. Just
That's classic.
I
Dog.
hope it's not a tattoo.
I
I hope that's not permanent. I hope that's not
I
permanent.
think that's permanent. But that's actually what I expected Lizzo to show up as. To be honest.
I feel
She
like-
actually showed up in a decent dress.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
that one. Like, she did.
No, she was very
completely
classy.
clothed.
There was a dress?
I know. I could.
Yeah.
All right, next one. We have Megan Pormer.
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
I don't get.
So
I don't get.
No war.
Okay, so
I get the concept.
So
but
her
I
kids
mean,
made
yeah.
this.
it looks like a craft project
It looks
for
like-
like elementary
yeah,
Is that
school.
what they're all doing? Just like,
Like a butter.
they have to make their dress like 5 minutes before the show?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like it. Oh my god.
If these are designers,
She went to an
some
elementary
glitter.
school. She goes, I gotta go to the Grammys by like tomorrow, and I need y'all to make something.
if these are
The elementary school class was like, I got you.
You will
fam."
be graded on this.
So we got Lil Nas and Versace.
oh hell, no. Yo, these designers
Okay, so yeah, this man
just don't
okay.
care about people's lives.
Okay, so this man was just like, yeah, I already came out, I'm gay, so
yeah. Now it's time to be flamboyant
yeah,
with it.
you know, let me play the part now. Like,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah, exactly.
Moo, buckaroo.
He's like, I want to be out there. I want you to dress me something that's gonna put me out there. And the guy's like, I got you, fam. I got you, just what you need.
It's like
Say less.
It's not. It's more like they still don't believe I'm gay, man.
Say less. I got you, fam. I got what you need.
I got people to really. I need people to really know
How you
gay I am. I got you.
How you feel about flamingo pink? I like
It
it.
reminds me of Gangstalicious.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie though. I thought it was pretty badass. It's just a lot of pink though. It hurts my eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot of pink.
It's a lot of pink.
it's bright pink too.
We got Billy Porter.
Oh yeah, and the curtain is like,
What the fuck?
yeah, that whole thing's a
Right.
curtain. It, like it shows his face. Like
This dude's a
veil.
bird in
It's
a
like
bird
birds,
cage?
like-
He's trying to. He's handling bees.
I was saying like
He's
a
handling bees. He's a bee handler. Is that what he's
That's a
doing?
Oh
beekeeper.
my god.
Who wants a backstage pass?
It's like now that you
Y'all want some
now,
honey?
now that you beat him,
No.
now you got to beat this unlocked character.
Raiden.
We got Orville Peck.
Jesus Christ.
I think your dreads are backwards.
He's
Like-
going the Rick James route. I
Yeah,
feel
is
him
that a
with
Zorro
it.
mask?
That's like BDSM meets country music.
The Lone Ranger sequel.
Look at
was-
that mask.
Brokeback Mountain 2.
Oh man.
Let's see. There was more, but that's all I have. Unless you guys
Yo,
have
people
more, but-
actually walked out their house like that.
That's-
Said, "Yeah, you look
yeah.
good, fam. Go.
Duh.
You ready? Yeah, let's go. Do I look
I
good?
can't, I
Yup.
can't deal with that. It's like y'all got money.
Yeah.
Like come on.
Like you walked up in here dressed like that, fam. No cheeks. You ain't got no cheeks on the red carpet. Where's the rest of your clothes? This is it.
Oh,
gotta
and some
wait.
good, and some other news. You know, a Nintendo Park is supposed to be coming to Universal
Yes.
Studios in 2023,
Yes.
and a Super Nintendo World is opening in Osaka, Japan later on this year.
Speaking
So
of
how y'all
the
feel about
Universal, so they're gonna do a because like I said, I'm in the annual pass, like
Yeah.
group and everything, the official one. They talk about it all the time. So I've been hearing about that for like almost a year. So it's official. They've been doing it. They're like they already got the land. They're like cutting down the trees. Fortunately, but whatever. And they're gonna do a giant. Okay, so it's like imagine go kart, but it's Mario Kart. So they're gonna do a giant Mario
Mario Kart.
Kart
I
track.
wonder, like, it would be funny if you could literally like throw things at people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
supposedly it does. Supposedly it has like
Really?
the system in the
Yeah.
cars.
and it'll like shut down like your.
Yeah, you get the shell
Yeah.
and you would lose
Yeah.
power. You
Oh,
get
man.
boosts, but
They
the
could
So
car.
there's-
VR
Yeah.
it like they do with Spider-Man and Transformers.
Ooh.
Only make it interactive.
Yo, that would be
Yes.
something.
So they are doing a giant go kart track on there. They're doing Mario Land.
Are they finally
You know-
gonna tear out like Toon Lagoon because nobody from this generation's gonna understand what the hell's going on?
Most of them are dead. There's
Yeah.
probably like 2-3
We're
people
here
like.
to read the newspaper. What's that?
I-
But no, last time I was on Dudley Do Right, like everything is just broke down. They don't even like try to fix anything.
It's like, yeah, like no one, like we're just gonna get our money's worth out of this ride.
They're like,
right into this bitch falls apart. I don't think it's a good idea.
No,
So
like
you
Two
can't do
Lagoon
that.
is like my little kid is like 5 is like wow, like she doesn't even know what's going on. She's like water going on. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know these cartoons, but like they're not. You're right. Like they just yeah.
What's up with like Jurassic Park always being broke down now? It's like
I've never been.
I thought they closed that one.
they're
No.
making like a new
Yeah,
A
yeah.
new one?
World-
Okay,
Yeah.
that would be better
I
if they
went
make a new one, 'cause,
recently, and they're
with
doing
all
a
these
new
other,
ride, a
with all
badass
these
new
other,
ride.
like Jurassic Park like movies that came out, like
Yeah.
they still got that classic Jurassic Park ride. It's just like
No,
you
yeah.
just got the one T-Rex at the end. It's like
They actually have some Jurassic Park or Jurassic World
Oh, yeah, they
elements
do
in there.
have
They
a
got the
tour.
they
Yeah,
got
they got a
the Velociraptor in there. They also are building the new ride. So we gotta, they're building the new ride that is part of Jurassic World. That's in
Oh
construction
man,
right
if
now.
they stick you in
So
those hamster balls like in the
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
it
awesome.
would be.
So would. Well, we have to wrap it up
Yeah.
and get out of here. Plus, I smell good, delicious food.
yeah, we can keep going for hours, but we're just
Yeah.
Y'all still want to do meme of the week? Or?
I feel like the segment part would pretty. You want to replace the segment part with meme of the week, or do the meme of the week?
We can do quick, real
Like
quick.
one quick, you know,
All right.
because this meme I gotta show you.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah.
do meme of the week. That's our thing.
Alright. All my Power Ranger fans out here.
Bruh.
All my Power Ranger fans right here.
Show it to the camera.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, I got a SpongeBob one too.
Oh no, my boy. I've acquired that. Oh my god.
I got a baby Yoda.
He has a baby Yoda meme.
Oh.
Oh god, this ought to be good. They usually are really good. Oh my god.
It's the proper face you're supposed to make.
Oh my god.
It's a proper face.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Yep.
Alright,
Let's get our socials.
So mine's Gabe Stomach on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook now. So catch me on Gabe Stomach.
This your boy Eugene, you know, aka the Esoteric Child. You can follow me on Instagram at the Esoteric Child. Follow me on Twitter at the Esoteric Child. You know, find me on Facebook too at my name, and you know, you spell esoteric ESOTERIC.
Just Tom, Cool Comics and Games. I'm out on Cape Coral off Del Prado. We're there every single day.
Yes.
This is Chris Konecki. You can find me at 9Konecki9 on Twitter and Instagram.
All right. You got me on Instagram. My personal one is _Lisania. My photography is Lisa Took My Photos. And then my styling page is styled by _Lisania. And then my Snapchat is Lisania_M, where all the shenanigans happen. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
I keep coming back to you.